What's up everybody, I'm Felix and we're doing another tutorial today. Today's tutorial is about a high taper with curls on the top, and today we're just going to start by saturating the hair to make sure everything is evenly wet, and then spreading the top from the sides so that we know what we're fading into. And then right after we do that, we're trying to find where the occipital bone is so that we can put the foundation in the right place, not too high, not too low. And then we're going ahead and cutting that base so that we can just use our foreguard to go all the way up to it, and then start the shear work on top. And then right after we do the foundation all the way around the head, we're splitting it right in the middle to connect the top all the way to the sides on the foundation so that nothing will overhang whenever we're doing the taper or anything like that. And then after we split it in the middle and connect that to the sides, we go ahead and start pulling the profile section up to kind of make sure everything is even with that and that the top is completely even. And then once we make sure the top is completely even, I go ahead and put some clay in his hair just to make the curls have a lot more volume and curl nicely. And then make sure it's inside all the roots of the hair, just so it's not sitting on the top of the hair. That's why I like to put the product in while it's wet. And after we put all the product in, we're going to go ahead and use our diffuser. If you don't know what a diffuser is, it's one of the best things for curls. It makes it dry evenly, but not holding the curls down. It kind of puffs them all up nicely so that they have the nice flow. And then right after styling it, we go ahead and put our foreguard on the clipper and then go straight to connecting the sides into the foundation, man. Not too much coming off right here just because I cut this client every 2 weeks. And then right after we debulk all the sides to 4, we go right into it with the trimmer to put our first bald line in. And just to be nice and efficient with the haircut, we like to use the trimmers and just put in the bald line in all the way around, and just go ahead and setting where we want our beard to be at. And then after the beard, we just pick up the shaver and make sure we're going downwards on the shaver on the back where we're going to fade it out, just so that it's not a harsh line, and on the sides, making sure everything's nice and clean. And I like to start my fades on the back just because I feel like the back takes the longest. So then we start here with the half guard all the way closed, and then go right into the no guard all the way open just to fade it downwards. And then after we make sure that line is completely out, we like to go ahead and use the trimmers to make sure there's nothing there, and it's a nice smooth transition from skin all the way to the half. And then right after that, we just go in with our one guard closed and do the same thing over again. And then after that, we have the half guard open and just fade it all the way down so it comes out nice smoothly. The only lines I normally typically put in on a haircut is the one close and the half close, just because that's really where the fade comes together, I feel like. And then everything that I just start from a 3 and then fade downwards back into that, just so we don't have to put too many unnecessary lines in that we don't need, because then you're gonna have to work on fading them out the whole time instead of just blending it nice together. And one thing that I didn't do at the beginning of my career, man, is the corners, man. The corners will make the fade so nice. And if you try to use the whole blade, you're gonna end up putting a hole in it and making another line and another line, and the fade is just gonna go higher and higher and higher. And then the customer's not gonna be happy at the end of the day. Now we're using a 1.5 guard to make sure everything kind of comes together nice and smoothly, and then just go back down to a 1 and then fade everything back up to that 4. The fade is coming together nice. The most work I have to do now is just pretty much detailing the fade. And that's why we're gonna go ahead and use the 3 right here and then the 2, just to get the faint lines out at the top. Yeah, man, that fade is definitely getting blurry now. Not too much left to do on the back, man. We're about to start the sides in a second. Haircut's coming along nice and working real efficient, man. And I already started the taper on this side, and I'll show you guys more detail and depth on the other side of the fade process and everything. It's similar, same thing to the back pretty much, man. But right in here, I'm just trying to make sure the taper blends in nicely with the sides. But a little bit about myself, man. I'm a barber. I've been a barber about 1.5 years. I started in Lakeland, Florida. I was there for about almost 1.5 years, man. And then I came over here to Tampa at Headlines Barbershop in Brandon. And it's been great, man. This is my first month and we're making a lot of progress, man. And another thing that's gonna make the fade pop 10 times more is making sure that lineup is nice. A lot of people can do bad fades and do a great lineup and the fade comes together so nice. Because when the lineup is popping and really sharp, it takes all your attention off the fade, even though the fade still needs to look good and everything, but it takes a lot of attention off the fade and into the sharp lines. Now I'm going to start showing you guys the beard. The beard, in my opinion, is my favorite part, just because that's the focal point of everyone's face. They're looking at the front of your face, you know? And I just took the 3 guard and went down with it, and then took the 3 guard to the bottom of the ear and went up with it to start debulking everything just like we do the sides. Same process here, and then we just take the half guard closed and fade that out, and then fade down all the way until the 3 at the bottom of the ear. Another thing is make sure you're constantly combing the hair, just to make sure that all the hair is in the proper place so that you're cutting where you need to be cutting and enough hair. And when you're doing the beard, the top beard line with the trimmers, that's more of a rough draft because the razor is going to come up and clean it up nicely. And now we're going to go ahead and start the taper on the other side, doing the half guard close. Same thing, man, same fading technique every time. That's the best way to make yourself efficient and finish the haircuts in the time you need, and so you're not running behind for your next clients. And if you guys are struggling with any haircuts, man, just put what you're struggling with, and maybe I can make a tutorial and try to help you guys out, man. But I would say the best thing, man, is invest into your learning still. And no matter how long you've been cutting hair for, there's always something to learn. The trends are always changing. Just honestly, the Barber Josh OP course is one of the best courses out there. It shows you how to do everything. It shows you how to do beard work, fades easy. It shows you the scissor work is amazing, and that's where a lot of barbers I feel like struggle with. And I definitely did at first. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier too is when you're cutting the foundation, make sure after you cut the foundation you comb in the direction you want to go. So if it's a forward haircut, comb everything forward, because if not, it's going to look like you need to take off a lot more hair than you actually do. But then when you comb it forward, it's going to flow nicely. And right here I saw a little bit of line in the back, so I tried to take it out. That's one thing about haircutting, man. The different angles, you'll see different things. So always take a step back and look at the haircut overall to see how it's doing. Because you never know, man. From a couple feet away, you can see a totally different haircut than you see up close. And always use the mirror. The mirror will show everything. Or even take out your phone and take a picture of the haircut, and the camera shows the real definition, you know? Pretty much almost done with the haircut. I just got to do the beard, I believe, and I'm just making sure the hair is nice and dry, and just styling the curls exactly how he wants to wear it, because he has to go to a big event after this. So I was just making sure everything looks nicely. And right here I'm doing shear over comb to make sure that just the little detail cuts, the little detail precision cuts to make everything look clean. And that's all for this video, man. Just let me know if you guys need help with anything, any tips, man, anything, man. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.